Hey everyone, it's Maximilian, and we are doing the first extended episode of the Pokemon playthrough. That's right, we are sucking up the whole 15 minutes this time, and we are packing just a crapload of battles into this one. That's basically all this is us trying to plow our way through to Mount Moon, because there's a lot of trainers here, which means a lot of experience to be had, and the party needs it, trust me. So I'm going to fight my way through every single one of these guys, and I'm going to kind of start on Mount Moon. I'm going to get my butt kicked by a freaking Clefairy. It's kind of embarrassing losing to a Clefairy. I mean, for real, it's really not that good. So, yeah, it's really late at night. I'm really tired. So if this just goes off on random tangents, there's your explanation. Let's see, I'm really surprised at how much feedback I've been getting lately. Probably large in part due to a lot of you who have been coming over from Mercadurka's channel. He happens to be a friend of mine in real life, and he heard about this when we were just talking about stuff one day, and so he decided to send people over here, I guess, which is really cool. I really got to give props to him for that. And I gotta really thank you guys who actually took the time to come on over here and check this out. You didn't have to do it, but you chose to do it because, like, I don't know, maybe you wanted to check it out and see if it was up. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys doing that. And I really appreciate all the feedback I've been getting lately, all the comments that I've been getting. This is actually really fun to see the channel take off like this, because I didn't expect any of the growth that I've had so far. I mean, I think I'm at 200 subscribers, and I'm pretty sure I was at 25 like 3 days ago. So it's literally exploded out of control. This is so cool. I mean, it's a lot of fun doing this just for the sake of doing it, but it's even more fun when you actually get the response that I'm getting right now. So this is great, and I can't thank you guys enough for doing that. I'm going to keep posting these as often as I can. I know people have been asking me to do like 2 a day, but I actually have a life outside of this game, if you can believe that. I work full time. I house sit for people occasionally, and then in a couple of weeks I'll be starting school again. So I'm going to be pretty busy, but I'm going to try to churn these out at least once a day, because hopefully I can at least set aside an hour of my time to do that. It's about what it takes to do an entire recording / editing / commentary for one of these. But let's see. I will definitely be using all 15 minutes from now on. It seems that like it's a unanimous response among all the people who've commented on my videos that they want to see an entire 15 minutes, which means I'm going to have to play a little more and I'm going to have to talk a little more. Yay! You guys get to listen to me talk for 5 more minutes. Hey, it's your funeral. But yeah, we are going to get our way to Mount Moon through this one. Hopefully we're going to get through all of Mount Moon on the next one. Unless you guys want to see me go in every room and get every item. I mean, I really don't think it's that necessary. But some people like a complete walkthrough when they do it. So, just post a comment. Let me know what you'd like to see. Because I haven't done it yet. So, best get your response in now. I'll probably be doing it tomorrow night. And speaking of feedback, I know some people have been telling me, like, your party's kind of dull right now. You could use a little bit more, like diverse Pokemon in there. And, yeah, I totally see where you're coming from on that, because right now this is just pretty straightforward and standard party, but trust me, it is not going to stay like that for very long in this game. Like, once we hit Cerulean, it's just going to be diverse out the wazoo. And, I know I have like a set strategy for going through the gym leaders, but the Elite Four really only takes a solid party of just balanced Pokemon. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow you guys to pick which Pokemon I'm going to use to get through the Elite Four. Obviously, I'll be keeping my starter Pokemon once he's fully evolved to Charizard, and I'll also be keeping Mew because I do plan on getting that. However, the last 4 slots I'm going to leave up to you guys. We'll try to keep it within reason. Like, obviously I'm not going to go Caterpie on the Elite Four. That's just suicide. But if you guys have any suggestions or cool Pokemon that you'd like to see me use, let me know in the comments. I think what I'm going to do is, after I upload a video, from that time that it's uploaded until the time I post the next video, I'm going to count all of the comments for Pokemon that you'd like to see in my Elite Four party. And then I'm going to tally them up as I go through each of these. So I'm just going to give you guys a little reminder every video to post a comment of Pokemon that you'd like to see in there. And then at the very end, once I get ready to face the Elite Four, I'm going to give you guys the tabulated results of all the Pokemon that you guys have suggested and which ones came out on top. But I would prefer that we would stick to the red version Pokemon, because I still am not sure if I'm going to be able to acquire the ones that you shouldn't be able to get. But if we do happen to get some fan favorites, like I know for a fact that Pinsir can only be caught in blue, but there should be a way to glitch into it. So if I can manage it, I'm going to do my best. However, if I can't get it to work out, I think I may just skip on over to the next one. So I apologize if I can't hack my way into a crazy Pokemon party. Yay, Pikachu! You grow a level. You be like that. And from here on out, I'm actually, even though Pikachu is going to be the dominant force over the next gym, I'm still going to raise the party evenly, because that's such an important factor in this game to doing well, is to raise it evenly. And then, actually, they grow levels quite quickly here. I'm surprised at how fast they grow levels. Like right there, Charmander just popped up a level, and I fought one guy with him. It's amazing how fast your party will grow when you raise them evenly. I lost my train of thought. We just derailed it. I don't know what I want to talk about right now. But let's see. Gotten a lot of comments, a lot of feedback, a lot of friend requests too. And thank you so much for all of you guys who subscribe to me too. I kind of think, at least in my opinion, I don't know, maybe it's just because it's my own content, but I would think that subscribing to this is like, watching a Pokemon video every day. I don't know. Maybe this just isn't as enjoyable from my standpoint, just because I'm not the one watching it. But I really thank you guys for subscribing to me, at least giving me a fan base to know that like there's people out there actually watching my videos. That's really cool feeling to have. Like, I know there's a lot of people who post things on YouTube and such, but it's a lot more fun when you know that you're actually going to have a consistent base that is watching it. So I'm really appreciative of that. And if you, oh, I just remembered something. Somebody who either sent me a comment or a message, actually, he asked me how I was going to get Mew, and I kind of walked him through it. But he basically said, there's all these random myths people have told me to do to get Mew, and none of them have ever worked. And I'm like, yeah, I've been there, done that, totally been through all that. Like, I'm thinking about kind of documenting all of the random Pokemon myths that we've been through over the years. Because I know I've started with, like, the whole down B glitch in the dump truck, but there's also other things like Bill's Secret Garden. Like, if you talk to Bill, 100 times in a row and don't do anything else, you'll get a Mew. Or if you catch an apostrophe M missing no and give it a rare candy, it'll turn into a Mew. It's BS. It's total crap. There's been a bunch of random stories of kids who just make up stuff like that to give you Mews. You don't get a Mew if you catch all 150 Pokemon and talk to the certificate guy in Celadon City. There is actually no legitimate way to get Mew in this game. As far as I know, from a programming standpoint, it was kept in the database and it was left there, but they left no way to access it without going through a backdoor. But actually, this backdoor allows you to not only catch Mew, but you can catch more than one Mew in this game. I believe by default there are 2 Mews that you can get, and if you're going to go crazy and try and manipulate it, in theory, you could get as many Mews as there are trainers in the game. However, you have to battle certain trainers to get to certain places. So obviously it doesn't work quite like that, but you could have dozens of Mews if you left all the trainers unbattled. It's a very, very funky manipulation. I'll try and go through it. Hopefully I can get it to work, because that'd be really cool. But it won't be till much later in the game. We'd have to have the ability to fly. And then we'd also have to probably progress through at least Celadon City in order to do it. But we actually will be getting Mew, actually just after we get into Cerulean City and get past the Nugget Bridge. That's when we're going to get Mew. I will probably dedicate most of an entire episode, if not an entire episode, to walking you through how you get the Mew. And I'll talk about it, from a gaming standpoint, and then also from a programming standpoint as to why it works. That stuff just kind of intrigues me, because I'm a comp sci major, so programming is my kind of thing. I like to understand how computers interpret commands and stuff like that. It's fascinating to think about it from their perspective and how they interpret data and how they function. So whenever I walk through a glitch, I plan on doing it from just a gaming standpoint, like how to do it, and then as well as how it works or why it works. Because this game was actually a very, very primitive design. That's the reason why a lot of the glitches exist, is because there's a lot of things when they designed this game that they didn't think about. One thing about these the older games is that they're done with a lot of hex programming, and what that is there's a lot of things are assigned a hexadecimal value, and that's how things like maps are generated. Like specific tiles are set a specific hexadecimal value. Pokemon moves are set a specific hex value. The Pokemon themselves have hex values. The TMs, all the items have hex values. And what this allows them to do is it allows them to have a quick reference to anything that they need to do. And instead of storing entire strings, which take up a ton of data, it allows them to compress that amount of data that would be stored into a 2-bit number, or a 2-byte number. It's a lot easier to represent a Pokemon like Pikachu, for instance, is that's a 7-character string, which takes up 7 bytes of data. However, you can also represent that Pikachu using a hex value by using two hexadecimal digits, which saves you a considerable amount of space. And considering that the old Game Boy cartridges didn't have a whole lot of space on them, you kind of need to save it wherever you could. So this is actually this use of hexadecimal databases is what contributed to a lot of these glitches. In fact, it's pretty much where all of the glitches are derived from, is the fact that everything is completely based on this hex database. And this is me getting owned by a Clefairy. I swear, I have never seen a Pokemon combat paralysis as well as this Clefairy did. It's absolutely, and I don't think it ever was fully paralyzed at any point in this entire battle. It's so annoying. And of course, it knows Sing, so every time I switch out a new Pokemon, it sings it right to sleep. I figure I probably should nail it quickly with Pidgey. Unfortunately, I hate Clefairies so much. I also hate Jigglypuffs, by the way. Clefairies and Jigglypuffs are like one of the most annoying Pokemon in the entire game. Like, they are up there, along the lines with Diglett, who's probably got number 1. Actually, no, I don't think Diglett has number 1. I can't remember who my number 1 most annoying Pokemon was, but it was way up there. I'll have to think about that. Actually, why don't you guys post a comment in the section. Let me know what your most annoying Pokemon was. What was the one that you absolutely hated to see, no matter what the situation was? The one Pokemon that you just could not stand. That'd be cool. Alright, so this is the end of this episode. We are going to progress through Mount Moon, hopefully in a single playthrough. And then we are going to beat up on Misty.